Y'all niggas got me hot. Yeah.
Is we live? Is we live? Is we? This guy's called.
Oh, sorry.
Jason.
My bad.
Is we live? Is we live? Is we live? Yes, you're now tuned into the Rare Podcast. And of course, I'm your host of the most, NK, aka the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. And of course, I'm always joined by my lovely co-host. Let's start with the broski today.
Hello, it's Jason.
That sigh was sweet.
No, sorry, I thought he was gonna say Ashley.
Then we got Madame.
Hey y'all, it's Ashley.
And today we are joined by a very, very special guest. You know, it's been a long time coming. But further ado, introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are, a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Daniella, or Akua. You can follow me on Instagram, Akua.Daniella. And I do film and social commentary on my YouTube channel, Town of Tawia. Listen, I haven't uploaded in a while, but I'll be back soon. I'm going to do like a relaunch type thing and come out with some new content. So yeah, so you can subscribe to Town of Tawia. And yeah, follow me on Insta.
Yeah, now we're definitely gonna get more into like your content, but before we do that, we have a little segment called Rare Moment of the Week. It's where we like to spotlight creative that we feel like deserves the attention, the accolades. So, Mr. J Kwan, your Rare Moment of the Week.
My rare moment of the week is gonna be my sister because today I'm wearing her hoodie.
Jeez.
It's called Trailblazer. Ooh, what's that say?
Yeah, what? Yeah, Trailblazer.
Trailblazer, yeah. And she has a pop-up store today actually as well with her designs and everything. So it'll be right down there. I'm Rachi Amans. That's my rare moment of the week.
Madam Ashley, your Rare Moment of the Week.
I'm going to do this for me and Jason. Coco's new EP, Coco Jones.
Yeah.
It's great. Okay. It's giving real R&B.
Yeah.
The song No Chaser.
That's
Chew.
Coco Jones is amazing.
Yeah, no, she's great. I love her.
I love her voice.
Nah,
That's
man.
real R&B. I'm sorry.
Yeah, real R&B.
Because Coco Jones can sing Wild Side, but Normani can't sing none of her songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
People have been coming for Normani, please.
When
Don't
Normani
disrespect.
starts releasing music, that's when I'll stop. I'm tired.
But who can perform like Normani though? Can Coco Jones perform like?
But when? Where? Once a year? Darling.
Yeah. Chloe Bailey
Once
can
a
perform
year?
like Normani.
Twice a year?
We don't talk about Chloe Bailey. We don't talk about Chloe Bailey. That's a whole other situation.
All the night is amazing. Surprise is amazing. I like Treaty as well.
I do.
Like a Treaty.
I've been waiting for this because I know.
Nah,
the thing is, I know
I
you're
love
for some Chloe
Normani,
Bailey.
bro.
I know they're for some Chloe Bailey.
Wait, what are there for?
That's my sis. I said.
I'll rap for her.
I don't care what
Have
nobody
Mercy is the
said.
only bad song
That's
she
my
dropped.
sis.
Okay, do you know it's balanced because you said something about Normani and I have.
No, but the thing is, everyone, I love Normani as well.
So,
But
what do
she
you
takes
think
her
about
time.
Chloe Bailey then?
Do you know what
You're
it
just
is?
not a fan?
I think she's talented. She's amazing at singing and blah, blah, blah. But I just think I feel like she's trying too hard. I'm sorry. I feel like she's trying too hard. Like, I really love her as a performer.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like,
Do
it's
you
a
think
bit
she
much.
was better in Chloe and Halle than herself?
Yes.
It's true.
I feel
I think they balanced each other out. Like, she still had kind of like showed her side of her, but it just wasn't as.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like there have been points where I've been like, girl, what you doing?
When she was still the followers thing.
Yeah, with the lollipop. She was like,
With the hotline raid.
I was
Oh,
like, girl,
I thought we
you
were on
know, sit
Babe
down
Station.
somewhere. Literally, yeah. So sometimes I do see where people are coming from, but overall, I feel like she's a great artist, and I feel like she's just learning herself. I feel like she's young, she's new by herself.
Halle ain't got no solo music out yet, no.
No, she ain't.
But also, Halle also said a thing how Chloe took so long to like embrace herself and embrace her curves and everything and just like love herself a lot. That's why Chloe looks up to Beyonce, because Beyonce was one of the first people that she said that embrace her body and that. But now I understand why Chloe acts that way, because it's taken so long for her to get to that point where she's like,
And I feel like she's still getting there. She's still learning herself.
Do you feel like
in a few years it will be like
That's
she'll
what I'm
calm
saying.
down.
I feel
Do you feel
like
like
give her 5 years.
do you feel like with Chloe and Halle's because is the issue as well that we've seen them like grow up as well?
Yeah.
Is that the issue as well? More so that
That's a good question, actually.
It partly is, because there's certain people where it's like you see them from babies and it's just like it's so hard for you to see them.
and they had a very
adults,
clean
like, whole
aesthetic and
adults. Yeah.
prestige look about
So
them.
like
it
to
was
see her go from like just singing on YouTube with her sister to shaking Batty in the middle of the street, it's just like, okay,
But
yeah, But
I just see that as growth. Everybody grows. That's the thing. Like when people always mention, we see them from kids, they always say, we saw them on Disney Channel. They were in the background. They were extras. They weren't like they were on Disney Channel when we watched them. Like, let's.
But that's the thing. Like, if you're not if you're smart, but do you know what I mean? Like, if you have common sense, it's like, okay, yeah, people grow, they come to their sexuality, but obviously certain people, they're just like, oh my gosh, I don't understand what's going on. It's like, okay, I don't get it. But to each their own. If you don't care for her, sure, I'm not even gonna fight you, but that's my I stand her.
Do you know what? It's not even the fact that it's sexual. I just think sometimes, like, the actual performance-wise, like dancing the movements, I think it's a little bit sloppy. But I can't. I can't dance, so I can't talk. But at the same time,
she's gotten better. She's gotten better.
Okay, right. So you can admit that.
Yeah, because the first one.
Oh,
see, that's still in my mind. That's why.
No, but she's gotten a lot better.
Which was the first one? The
MTV was
VMAs, I think. The pink one. Yeah, she was doing a lot. She was doing a lot. But the most recent one, she was great.
Okay, cool.
The most recent BT, she did.
Oh, that melody. Oh yeah, she was good. That's when I was like, yeah, she's getting better.
Yeah.
But Normani on her, I feel like Normani can perform, definitely. But the performance that she's done, she's always had like a week to practice because they always gave her the slot the last week.
So if Normani, I'm guessing just a mismanagement just from labels.
100%.
The management is not good.
Because it's been like 3 years. Where is a project?
Do you know
there's
she was
no
supposed to
project
do a song with, what do you call it, Dua Lipa?
Yeah.
The song got leaked. It was
She's
supposed to
got
be on
like 4
Dua
songs
Lipa's
in
latest
3
album,
years.
and it sounded so good.
What happened to it?
Her management said that, this is not the type of music she's going for.
Yeah,
right now,
the
so
management
let's
need
cut
to
it.
go.
Clearly, they need to go.
I've seen Normani do everything but make music. I've seen her music videos. I've
On
seen
holiday,
On holiday.
Yeah.
fashion campaigns, parties,
Everything but be in the studio.
because I'm so
you need
sorry.
to get Kim Kardashian to chat to her.
I'm so sorry.
Get
Like,
up and work.
Get up and work.
The problem from the outside looking in, the only thing I see is Normani is the same reloaded video that came out like 3 years ago. Of, what was the
Motivation.
But that's the same movie I see retweeted on Twitter every year.
Outside though.
No, the one with Chris Brown, the video. But she's not.
When I thought that was a feature. I thought that
Yeah,
was a
same. I was so excited, and then it was just dancing.
It was just dancing.
For real?
Yeah,
But
but
it's
everyone
great.
was saying it's kind of problematic that she's in a Chris Brown video because of the whole situation.
I just wait. Chris Brown ain't going nowhere in it, so.
He's not.
He's not, especially after that Under Influence song is blowing up on TikTok now.
Yeah. And how many of your faves are problematic? All of them.
Except for ours. Beyonce ain't nothing.
Everyone's problematic. Everyone has done something that's a bit like, so nobody can say anything about anybody, to be quite honest with you.
True.
But yeah, oh shit, my remember of the week is I want to big up a makeup artist called King, the MUA makeup artist. Yeah, I've been.
Not you bigging up makeup. Okay.
Yeah, listen, the
Dabbling.
they deserve credit, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. Because she went to I went to a wedding and she did the makeup for like the bride, and it was like excellent. And I've been seeing her on TikTok, she's been doing her thing. So yeah, big up King, man.
We'll see
King.
talking about makeup,
We see you,
you know.
girl.
Guys, you need to start getting your nails cleaned. Look at that.
Oh yes.
But manicures.
Manicures, yes.
How
Men,
shiny
take
that
care
is.
of yourself and your toes.
Manicure, and you're calling it nails clean. Why did you say it like that?
Yeah.
No,
It's
and
good
your
though.
toes too, because some of you men on your toes,
Look at this.
it's not giving. Okay,
Yeah.
get it together, please.
Yeah, but that's been the rare moment of the week. Like we'll catch. I'm lost. We'll catch you on the next one. But before we get into there's a lot to talk about this week. But I want to talk about a Netflix show that's been trending on social media for various different reasons, positive or negative. Dahmer. Now I know not all of us have watched it. I haven't finished it. I've watched a few episodes, and I have to say off the bat, show's well made. It's well shot. I just found it mad uncomfortable. I can't even lie to you. Some of the scenes there, like it was intensely shot to make you feel uncomfortable, and I empathize with like a lot of like the victims in it. But I couldn't sit there and watch that for 10 episodes. After episode 3, I was like, you know what? My heart is heavy.
That's where I stopped. I stopped. at
My
episode
heart
3.
is
I was just like,
heavy.
this is too much.
My head is hot. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. But it did a
I'm
good.
seeing paedophilia right in front of my. Like, this is just too much. I can't.
Like,
that
it
scene with the 14-year-old. Nah, my spirit just couldn't take it.
Like, it did a good job in like. I don't think it glamorized or glorified anything. It did a good job of depicting things for what they were. But I can't lie. For me, I was just like, nah. But I feel like the show has its purpose.
But I don't
Does
think the
it
show should have been made because
Yeah.
Ryan Murphy said he reached out to the families of the victims and all of them ignored him. So if you didn't get the all clear from these families to like show their loved ones in this way, then you shouldn't have made the show. It's just unnecessary.
I hear it.
I think apparently all of them have said they don't want anything like publicized about it. They don't want
Okay,
anything out
that
there. Like literally said, even I think in the film they touched on the fact that the families didn't want this to become a film. So it's like ironic that in the series they're like talking about the fact the families don't want people to talk about it.
But they're still
But they're still talking about it. But I don't know. I mean, it was done well for the fact, considering the fact that it's like, you know, people don't want it done and whatnot.
But did you watch it?
I watched the whole thing.
Damn.
And I know. Do you know what? I actually enjoy watching true crime. But I feel like with this in particular, there were some moments that were done really well. Like there was one, I think he was a deaf victim, and the whole episode was like recorded in silence, and it was just all sign language with subtitles, and it was like just really like taking you into his world and stuff.
I know where you got that from.
Really, where?
Only Murders in the Building.
And then they did that.
Yeah,
I think
so good.
that's a really nice, like things like that is a really nice touch. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about true crime in general? Like,
I love true crime. I really love it. I love watching it after 12 a.m. Like watching it at night when it's dark outside. Ooh, and just getting scared. It's nice. Like it's not nice, but like unsolved cases was really cool. Like just seeing like, wow, this really happened, and like.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of problematic to like it at the same time, though.
Oh.
Because those are people's. No, I love it. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Like I'll watch it for hours on end, and then I'm like, is this okay? Like, is this actually allowed?
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's something slightly wrong.
You have a thirst for knowledge, not on how to kill people, but like knowledge.
of just the. Do you know what? Do you know what it is here? Do you know what it is like? I don't know, because I've had this conversation before. Like, I can like detach my brain. Like, for example, like I can watch a show. Like, if you give me a story about like a true story about a drug dealer, even though he's murdering people, for some reason that digests in my brain, and I could binge watch Narcos, for example. Narcos about Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar killed way more people than like your average serial killer, but for some reason, that is able to digest in my brain. But then watching like this person skinned this girl alive, or this, I'm like.
Yeah, man was eating people. Like, that is
I'm
a
like,
different level of
I'm like,
nastiness.
I don't know,
He
but
was eating people.
But I don't know, because there's a level of hypocrisy there, because it's like, obviously I'm able to take in one form of crime, but then the other form of crime, I don't know why that is.
But didn't Pablo give back to the community though?
Yeah, but it was bullshit.
Okay.
It was bullshit.
That doesn't, I mean,
No.
It was. He gave back to the community, but at the same.
so people are all bad.
So
There's always
basically,
something good about some people. Like,
yeah. So obviously he loved the neighborhood he's from, but then he was sending these same kids he was giving back to go murder politicians, sending kids. Yeah,
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, sending. For example, there was a scene in Narcos where he gets like a kid from the area to go on a plane. And detonate a bomb on a plane, but he doesn't tell the kid that it's a bomb. He just says, "Oh, when you're on the plane, text me." He texts him, and then he detonates the plane because one of his opposition was on the plane.
Yeah.
So
Why couldn't he just tell the kid to throw the bag on the plane?
no, obviously airport security wouldn't get part. He just wanted to detonate the thing on the plane. Like Pablo Escobar's he's a horrible human being, isn't it? But it's like but he's infamous at this point. Like you'll see certain rappers or celebrities have
or like,
his
what's
photo on their
what's his
wall.
name? Oh, Tom Hardy did a movie about it.
Oh, the Cray twins, legends.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cray twins.
That movie was, I can't even lie, that was a sick movie.
Yeah.
It was so good. Yeah. The
But
twins.
it's weird
They were
though.
drug
It's
dealers.
obviously serial killers are different but it's weird how we like as a society we rationalize one and then like we like look
That's
down
the thing.
on the
I'm
other.
I don't really watch true crime too tough. I watch like the odd thing that like is like getting traction. Like the I guess you can call it true crime. When They See Us. Would you call that true crime? Kind of? Because I guess it's about them.
Yeah, that's
Is that
interesting
quite
take
true
on true
crime?
crime. I guess it is, yeah.
Kind of, yeah. I've watched that.
It's more like a historical.
Yeah, but that really just took me somewhere else. I cried through the whole thing. But just, certain true crimes, I don't know.
And I think with Dahmer specifically, the reason why they stabbed is that these were black. A lot of the victims were like black men, and it was like
that's the thing. I feel like for me personally, I can't really but it's really quite hard for me to watch things that are like real life, like that.
Yeah.
If it's like fictional,
Thank you.
if it's fictional, like just different crime shows, like fictional stuff, cool. But when it's like real life, like this happened to somebody, it's like okay, Like, you know the ones. What is the show? I think it's the show on Netflix where they'll like talk to the people that in jail. And they're like, yeah, I did this, I did that, I cut the person.
Or
I'm
they
just,
go undercover.
and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
I know.
a lot.
I know hella series of that. But do you feel like there's a do you feel like there's a necessity for these series, for these stories to be told? Because I feel like
needed.
for a lot of people, like they might not have known about the Dahmer situation, and yes, it went against the will of the family, and that's important. But like this shed light on the
Does it
incident.
need to be shed light?
It doesn't.
There's certain things I feel like. Why do we need to know this?
Like, it's not
Like
everything.
this man was. What's this name? This man was killing up bare black people and black men, and it's just like, okay.
But then,
Okay.
But it's more like
do
about
we do from here?
exposing like the flaws in the police system, like the fact that it could go unnoticed. Like I feel like
Yeah.
that's really the message that they're trying to
Okay.
share.
Yeah, because the police, the
That's 'cause
police,
I haven't watched it.
yeah, the police were super negligent. Like there was episode like, in episode 2, for example, like when he had
Oh, yeah,
like the boy, they brought the boy back in.
I couldn't do
They
it.
But you
But
know,
ga-
even
yeah.
they were making when those two police officers went back into the station. Obviously, they were just saying, "Oh, it's just a bit of negligence. They just didn't know and they just didn't take it seriously." But when they went back into the station, they were making jokes like gay jokes and stuff. So it's like they may have actually realized something wrong was going on, but because they were gay as well, so
Yeah.
that extra bit they just didn't take it seriously.
Yeah.
But we've
so
seen
that's
this type of negligence from police in a lot of shows. Pretty Little Liars, they had 7 seasons.
And
These
did
girls
that make-
were going through so much, and the police
Pretty Little
officers
Liars.
still ain't trying to find A.
But did you take that serious though? Did that make you really think about the society we live in?
Yeah, I was like, damn, if people can go through such a thing, like their family members and loved ones dying left, right, center. Your mums were captured and put in a dollhouse. Like, come on, let's be serious.
I feel like
the police didn't do nothing for
I
them.
feel like you see with these. I don't know. I don't know if it's the same degree, but the reaction I personally have to like certain true crimes and true crime dramas, and it's dependent on obviously like if I see black men being killed on TV, obviously I'm a black man, I empathize with that differently, innit?
Yeah.
But sometimes like with specific scenarios, I'm like, I feel the same way that I feel watching certain like slavery movies. I'm like,
Oh, I
this is
can't. I
historical.
cannot do slave movies.
No.
Me neither. Please,
like, I
don't
feel-
hear in
I am
slave
done.
movies.
I
I'm
am
like
done.
uncomfortable.
watching
because I feel like
Watching slave movies in this.
because I feel like with slavery movies, yeah, I feel like okay, we've overcompensated the
Tyler
side.
Perry movies are slave movies.
Oh, listen.
Think about Tyler Perry's a slave.
Oh, 100%.
You said something bad.
But emotional bondage. But I feel like sometimes it's like, okay, I understand that this is historical, yeah, and I understand that, okay, for the sake of society to grow, these stories like these need to be told. 'Cause people need to know about the tragedies of humanity. Cool. Yeah. But it gets to the point where, with slavery movies specifically, it's overdone. Like, it's got to the point where it's like, I'm tired.
They remade Roots. We've had 12 Years a Slave. We've had
Bar.
or just everything.
Harriet.
Malcolm X. Everybody. Not everybody, but a lot of people have told their story. Cool. I'd prefer if we did a couple more Hidden Figures type situations where you
Yeah.
show black people doing great things back in the day. Like we know we were slaves. Like we get it. It's enough now.
So yeah, so
Not
the
me.
reason
My family were not slaves.
Shut up.
They were victorious.
So the reason why I did the slavery movie and true crime comparison is obviously because these are all depicting historical events that may be traumatic, but like have obviously I don't think true crime has reached the oversaturation that slavery movies have, and true crime, because each crime is different and unique in its own sense, you can kind of keep going with it.
Yeah.
But I feel like with certain stories depicting black people, I'm like, I understand, but this is painful, fam. I
Do you know
can't.
what a good true crime thing that I watched a couple of years ago? It was the assassination of Gianni Versace. Who's that?
So good.
That was so good. That was
No one
Girl, don't
talks
even get me
about
started.
it.
Yeah.
That
It's
was so good. Me and my girls binged that like in like 2 days.
Why was it?
so
I don't know. There's something
sick.
about it that just all the visuals, like everything about it,
everything
just-
was amazing.
And that actor,
Yeah, it was
Top notch.
my man from Glee.
Which one?
What's his name in Glee?
He's in
I
some-
don't know.
I
I
haven't watched
haven't watched Glee, but I know he's from Glee.
he's
How
in
does he
something
look?
else as well.
Is he a teacher or
No,
something?
he's
or no?
dark hair. He's one of the students.
Was he the gay one?
Yeah,
Oh, him.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He plays like the main, the
Blade.
serial killer. I
But
don't know
he's
what
good
That's
though.
good.
So good.
Really
Yeah, so what's this on Netflix, Amazon Prime?
It
or
was on Netflix.
Was it on Netflix? I
Yeah,
can't remember.
yeah.
I
It might
remember
not
I
be
watched
anymore,
it.
but it was.
oh,
on
so
Netflix.
it's not an original. Okay, I'll find it.
Yeah.
I'll find
That
it.
was amazing.
That was pretty good. But then I'm trying to think, like, is that one more justifiable than all the other ones we're talking about? Like, are we okay to enjoy that one? Bro,
Do you know what? Okay,
feel like-
from the outside looking in, because it's like you said, it's Versace, right?
yeah. Oh no, he killed a few people.
He killed a few
actually.
people, yeah.
And it was a lot that he did.
Because that's the thing, but I don't know the back. Because obviously with Jeffrey Dahmer, we know the backstory of like the victims weren't like they didn't like that it was made into a film and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I came out that his family wasn't happy about it, then I would be like, okay, cool, let me not indulge in this. Because if it comes out that like the person or the
Donatella
victim
was-
are not happy with the situation, I'm not gonna go and watch it and give them more money. And more views.
So the moral issue is more about just the if the family are okay with the story being put out.
if the
then it should be
victims
put
are
out.
like, can you just not please?
But it's
Then
even
I'd
with
rather I'll
biopics
leave it
as
out.
well, because the Aretha Franklin movie, the family weren't happy with the movie and the way their mother was shown, but the movie still went on. Because I know they're different.
But there's something
biopics
about
and-
biopics where it's just like you lot are never gonna be happy with like, well, not never, unless you're like fully involved, like Straight Outta Compton, because that was a great one.
That was
But
great, but
like,
even
certain
Eazy-E's
things,
family aren't
yeah,
happy with that.
They're just
though.
never gonna be
Because they're
happy.
losers.
Because like Straight Out, okay.
These are the views.
You're
of
shocking yourself.
Sorry.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
Oh
Still
god.
alive?
No. No.
No.
This was he died of.
But that's the thing.
8
Even with
years.
Eazy-E, his family said that they weren't happy with the.
But
way
I
he
feel,
was portrayed.
but I feel like
it's tough.
when it comes to situations like that, I feel like direct family involvement is important. Obviously, using Straight Outta Compton, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, like they're alive, they can speak for themselves. But and going back to Dahmer, even though I do feel like the show was done well, the fact I didn't know that the family didn't approve of it, but that makes it. I don't know if I want to say distasteful.
Have you heard that people are throwing panties on the dad's yard?
Or
On
on
Jeffrey
Dahmer.
Dahmer's dad's yard, people are throwing panties.
But then wait, when
Like,
did the
it's
whole
going
Dahmer thing-
crazy.
Wasn't it the 80s? Are they still alive?
No.
So
I'm sure. No, he got killed in prison. I'm sure.
yeah, but
No,
like
the dad is still alive.
No, the dad's
Okay,
alive.
okay.
Because
Yeah.
he made a statement saying that he used the one that I think he said something about how his son needs to rot in prison, and how he's
No, but
disgusted
he's
because in the
he's
show,
dead though.
No, but in the show, because in the show they made it out like, what do you call it? The
He
dad was
supported
for
him.
him
Yeah.
and
Oh,
supported
they
him.
did make
Oh,
it
okay.
like
The
that.
dad is still alive. Cause I saw the
Yeah, no, the
article
dad's
about
alive.
3
That's what I'm
years
saying.
ago.
He's getting people
Yeah.
throwing panties on his lawn.
And I feel like another aspect of the show that this isn't on the show specifically, but I just find disgusting, is why are people dressing up as Jeffrey Dahmer for Halloween and cosplaying, and that's the part that really
Colour of
irks me.
People, they're slow. They are so slow.
Look here, this no more.
And I feel bad for people who actually look like they don't even look like him, but they have blonde hair. 'Cause I've been seeing pictures going around saying, and there was a blonde guy and a black guy talking to each other, and someone took a picture and saying, should I go and stop them, or should I go and call the police?
People are using it as
That's
meme
the thing.
content.
That's the
People are
thing
using it as
with
meme
when
content.
you make it into a film. I feel like people will trivialize it and make it into just another TV show.
Because I saw a
When, no, this is real
podcast.
life.
'Cause I saw a podcast about it, and the guy was like, "Oh, I can't lie. I was watching Jeffrey Dahmer, and I low-key wanted him to get away with it. Like, I was just bare intrigued, and I was like, it's not. Listen, this ain't you. Stop watching
Were
it
they
like
black?
that.
Do you
Huh?
Were they black?
No.
Maybe part of the problem is the fact that it's on Netflix specifically. Like, if it was maybe done into a film or like something else, because when we think Netflix, it's just like you just
Just
watch
TV,
it's just TV, yeah. So maybe like if it was maybe in like a more official place, then we wouldn't be able to turn it into such like part of pop culture kind of thing.
But that's why I feel like the format, for me, I would have been able to digest this more if this was done as more of a documentary, as an informational piece. Because, like you said, people go to, even though I don't think the show intensely sensationalizes things, the fact that you go to Netflix, okay, 10 episodes, already conditioned your mind, this is a piece of entertainment. Let me watch it as if I'm watching, I'm watching Dexter or You. But it's not about that. But I feel like if you positioned it as a documentary, yeah, you wouldn't stop the memes as a whole, but people would go into it thinking, okay, I'm consuming this as a piece of information rather than a piece of entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. You know what? You just mentioned You, and it makes me think like I actually enjoy watching a show about a man who terrorizes and kills women. Like,
Wait a minute. That was a
did I
statement
lie?
and a half.
You know what the thing is?
But that is what you
But
is
that is
though.
what You is about,
But
and
the
we're just
thing
like, oh,
is,
who's next? Like, we're
it's
just
the
excited.
storyline. It's
Is that not what it is,
Lord.
though?
It's the
No, but
feeling.
low-key, it's the fact that he let the black woman go.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy.
No, but she knew what was going on. She even said to his new girlfriend, she was like, "Watch out for that one."
Yeah.
Because the black girls, they can't be fooled by it. I'm
Girl.
sorry.
But it's the
We
fact
know.
that now I've seen in the trailer that she's followed him to London.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
the
haven't
light
seen it.
girl.
Yeah, she's
oh,
in
that
it.
black girl. Oh, yeah.
But I'm
She's in
thinking,
London.
why is she in London with him? Are they dating now?
I can't
Probably.
lie.
They
When
made
I
it
heard
look
she
like
was in
that.
London, I did
She's
get
an idiot,
excited, I
though.
can't lie.
She is.
And she has baby as well. Child.
As in-
You're bringing your baby
as
to
in
follow this
aging.
murderer.
Uh,
Idiot.
But You's a sick. It's an amazing show. I can't lie.
It is good.
Storyline aside, he's a man that he understands that he shouldn't kill because at moments he did.
Because
understand.
that's why we feel for him, because he knows what he's doing is wrong, but he just still does it.
But it all started because that.
So did
blonde girl,
Dahmer.
Oh really? Yeah. Obviously, I've never seen it.
Dahmer knew what he was doing as well.
Yeah, he was not in
Because
jail.
no, because when he got arrested, he was like, when he got arrested,
You should take me.
you should take me. Like,
Really?
I'm a horrible
Yeah.
person. Like, yeah, Dahmer knew
Exactly
exactly.
with any emotion.
He's stoic, but he knew what he was doing was
He knew
wrong.
what he was doing. He had no signs
That
of
is
insanity.
wild.
He knew what he was doing.
He was very calculated. He wasn't crazy. Like, he was crazy in terms of the actions, but he was,
Like morally, but he just wasn't mentally.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It's mad, isn't it? It's
It's
mad.
mad.
It's when you do the parallel,
It's
it's mad.
And I love Joe, so I'm speaking for myself. Like I'm like, this is wild, and I'm like excited to see who the next family he is.
I
That
can't lie.
he
Season 4, I'm watching
I
it.
guess because it's fictional. That's what maybe
Yeah, for
why
Yeah.
we have
suspension of
certain-
disbelief in it. Like,
Yeah,
like
'cause this is
for
real
example,
life,
like,
then-
I feel like with you, like, even with other shows, like we justify, like we watch TV shows, we justify morally grey characters, but we can always like be like, listen, that's a show, innit?
Yeah,
That's
TV,
fine. Like,
man,
it's
it's not
real.
real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I watch House of Dragon and Game of Thrones. Like,
Incest.
there's hella incest. Like, I don't justify. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, it's a good show though.
It is.
It's a really good show. House of Dragons is lit.
I need to watch
I
it.
haven't watched
Everybody's
that
been
one.
talking about it.
Yeah,
Oh, no, no.
literally everyone there, mum has been talking about.
But
it.
you guys really need to watch Only Murders in the Building. I think that's a
Is that the one
really
on
good
Disney
show.
Plus?
Yeah, it's a really good show. I finished
Okay.
it, and the season 3 coming out. But I'm like, wow, it's about there's a murder in the building, and then 3 of them start a podcast, and then they're just trying to solve the case each.
Oh,
week.
with Selena Gomez.
Yeah, I need her to carry on acting.
Is she good in it?
She is so good. She needs to,
Really?
leave the
Okay,
music
Selena.
In the
aside.
trailer.
Keep on acting on.
You know another show that's good that I started it yesterday. In an interview with a vampire.
Everybody's been talking about that.
And basically it's about
Isn't it a movie?
no, it's a TV show now. It's got what's his name? Rayleigh Ritchie. He was
Oh, that singer, the British.
yeah, he was Grey Worm in Game of Thrones. He was the black guy who was with Daenerys in Game of Thrones.
A black guy.
Yeah, basically.
singer?
Yeah,
Mixed.
he's mixed.
Oh.
Yeah, basically the show's basically about obviously this journalist interviews a vampire that's been living for thousands of years, and then it goes back into like, I'm terrible with time periods, but basically just before segregation, Louisiana, and it just basically shows like how it became a vampire, and yeah, like yeah. It tackles very different issues like him being a black gay man in Louisiana, being a vampire.
Gay vampire. Yeah. I like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
But I've always wondered how they turn a movie into a TV show. Like that must
because it was based off a book. Originally, it was based off a book, and then they turned it into a movie. But then now they're making the book.
Wasn't the
TV show.
movie with Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt and I think Matt Damon, Brad Pitt and someone, I can't remember. But yeah, they've made it a TV show. It's really good. Yeah, really good TV show. But yeah, Dahmer aside, we have to talk about elephant in the room, Mr. Drizzy Drake. Mr. Drizzy Drake. For those who are unaware, Drake released the album with 21 Savage. I have not listened to the album yet. I will though. What the hell? Ooh. But I was on Twitter trying to find. But the album's got a good reception. But that's not what we're here to
His
talk
BBL
about.
finally healed.
So there was a line in one of the songs. The song is called Sirocco Loco, and the line follows this. This bitch lie about getting shot, but she's still a stallion. Then in the same song, I believe this is a Drake verse. Correct me if I'm wrong. Shorty say she graduated, she ain't learned enough. Play your album track once, K, I heard enough. So, obviously, people have, taken the line as a shot at Megan Thee Stallion, who obviously is on an ongoing
Because
case.
what rapper has graduated and is intelligent?
And there's a stallion, and
Who
has got
else has
shot.
allegedly lied about getting shot as well?
Yeah.
Literally
And there's a
no
stallion. Like,
So-
let's be
So
sensible.
obviously, I feel like, okay, the line is dumb. Never should have released it. But
And insensitive.
mad insensitive. I feel like once he wrote the line, he should have read it. I was like, yeah, I'm not releasing this. But
Why did he even think of it?
I think the line is in of itself is like, okay, I think he's talking about butt shots, like bitches
I'm saying
get
that's what
shot,
Lil Yachty
and then they
went and said
become
on-
thick and become a stallion. But obviously,
Sir,
Sir. Okay.
yeah,
But then
Sir.
still insensitive.
Sir.
Yeah.
it's still
on. You're talking about short and stallion,
I'm
and
telling
then
you right
graduate.
it's definitely a double.
on.
There's a double meaning. There's that meaning and then the Megan meaning because it's like,
No.
come on.
But in this time, when you know that this has been a big case, everybody knows about it. You really think that was a good line to say?
No, it wasn't.
You could have said so many other things about butt shots. Why is it even your business to have butt shots? Like he's the one that even got.
Trust me,
surgery.
you're the Mr. Lipo.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I just think it's
'cause them
wild.
abs ain't
Like,
real.
do you know what it is? I just think it's wild. Why would a man them coming for Meg? Like, what the hell?
It's
Like,
just random. and
The
she's-
baby, Tory, like.
I think it's just a desperate plea. This, like, I think they're
You're
just
jealous.
needing the
Why?
attention
You're
for real.
jealous.
Yeah.
She's tall, beautiful,
Exactly. Thick.
natural.
Yeah.
Pure.
Because what's his name? Tory Lanez. He had hair transplant.
It wasn't
The
good though. His last one was not
The
good.
baby's short. What's his name? Drake. He had BBL surgery and it went wrong.
And he's still single.
Exactly.
At almost 40.
Touching 40 with a kid.
That you didn't even claim.
We gotta leave the mother out here. She ain't got her business, but we know her mama. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's wild, isn't it? I just thought like, you know what, man, them are really coming for the women today. Say that.
But you know what? To be fair, we've been asking for female rappers to be taken seriously and put on the same level as the male rappers. So maybe he's like, listen, no one's safe. I'm just gonna see her as the same.
But it's just random.
It is random.
It's random.
I'm provoked. Like Megan ain't done nothing to nobody.
No,
Yeah.
and after she just had a performance on SNL where she was crying about talking about how her mum's dead, her grandma's dead, and
Yeah,
how
she has no
doesn't know,
parents.
like who can she go to?
Yeah.
And then you went and did that. That's unnecessary. And she's been saying that she's taking a break for her mental health, and on top of that, you did that.
I feel like
That's
maybe
distasteful.
I think that is one side, but at the same time, obviously we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But it seems like she's winding a few people up. Do you think it's just because she's like amazing at what she does, or do you think maybe there's something? That's
I
going
mean,
on?
we don't know what's going on behind this, but personally, from what I see, what is she
She's
like? Come
unproblematic.
on, like,
Yeah, I like
she's so unproblematic. Like, she don't touch, she don't send for nobody. She just gets her bag, checks her booty, and does her thing.
But Drake has a pattern of what do you call it when he likes a girl who'll try and hit, and then when they reject him,
Then he'll shade
petty.
her. Yeah,
He blocked Ice Spice
because he's
He
one of the
cut
girls.
off-
He's
So
like, bitch.
petty.
Yeah, he cut
Yeah.
off Georgia Smith
Fucking
when she had a
idiot.
man, and he cut ties with her. And
But that Georgia Smith song was
That
nasty.
Ice Spice
And what do you call it? What's his name?
was.
No, Megan actually said herself that a lot of these industry rappers have tried to hit and she declined. So he's definitely one of them. So remember that
absolutely.
picture? He was, I think,
love that for
Beyonce's
her.
New Year's party, and he was hugging up Megan. He definitely tried to hit, and she rejected him.
Drake is like the creepy uncle.
No, do you know I knew Drake was a weirdo? Yeah, I'm telling you, go back and listen to Jaded of Scorpion. That song is about Georgia Smith.
What was he saying?
Is it?
It's about the song is
Why is he like this?
It's
So
about
embarrassing.
listen. First of all,
Oh, you're not embarrassed.
he name drops like that her address or her mum's address or whatever. Like not the actual address, but like the area they live in. And the line, I try to talk to you, but you fought with a nigga that's less wavy, and talking about bringing
sad.
uplifting women, because we all know early parts of Georgia's career, Drake brought
Drake,
on
yeah,
stage a
brought her
lot.
on, yeah.
Jaded is about, nobody could convince me otherwise. That song is laced with Georgia subliminals.
He's
Drake's
such a
been
bitch,
that way.
isn't he? He's such a bitch.
He's
And then
been
he has
that
the
way.
nerve to call Serena Williams' husband a groupie. You're the groupie, sir.
That was
You're the
unnecessary.
groupie.
When did you call her a
are.
groupie?
In the,
Drake is such a
in the
groupie.
album.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, he
selling
did.
for too many people, and there's always women.
Crazy,
I don't
man.
know what's going on with him. I think he's just going through
No,
something.
I
Right?
just
Clearly,
feel like, yeah.
obviously.
Because he's
it's-
pouting in pictures like a badine.
Do you know what
He's
it is?
acting really
Badine.
strange.
Do you know what it is? I feel about Drake here. I feel Drake here, and it's just from outside looking in. I feel like he's loved by, like, obviously Drake's one of the most successful artists of this generation, even of all time. Like, loved by the masses. But even if you look within like the K-pop community, he's not really like loved. Like people discredit him as like, okay, he's got a ghostwriter. He's not loved by like the rapper niggas. He's not loved by people who love like.
Why is that?
I just feel like with Drake, I just feel like sometimes like this is just me looking outside, because sometimes there's a bit of insecurity there, and maybe that insecurity manifests in.
No, it's
No,
because
out-
People
J.
did
Cole.
say,
Cause look at J. Cole. J.
But
Cole.
J. Cole, people see J. Cole as black though. No one thinks of him as mixed. Like he's
I did not know. I
honorary
didn't know
black.
he had a white mom.
J. Cole, yeah,
I
no.
thought he was East African.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Drake, I could definitely tell he's mixed.
Oh, absolutely.
But I feel like that's why I feel like even with Drake here, I feel like he still feels like he has to prove himself in certain
sure.
in certain environments. So maybe it's like, cool, let me be okay. The man, them, my boy Tory Lanez don't like Meg. Cool, I'm with you, bro. Like, yeah, let me make this slide. I got you because him and Tory are actual friends.
I get what you mean now. He's one of them people where it's like, if somebody's doing this, he would try and jump on that wave.
AKA a groupie.
Yeah.
Drake is a groupie.
That is what a groupie would do.
He's a
yeah.
groupie. So for him to
Man,
come
this
and
is
say
just-
to
But
anybody
that's so
else
weird.
is hilarious.
It was actually so weird.
At this
And
point,
even
if
reminds me
Drake
of the
sees
time-
I'm never going to be invited to his shows, but you know, I like him music.
I don't
He
give
wants to be invited.
Did you plan to be invited?
I don't give a damn.
No, I didn't.
The last
No.
few
It's just the
album
way
was
he'll
views, no
fake
one
an accent
cares.
for a couple minutes.
As in, Wagwan.
Wagwan.
But I think that's Torontoism.
I was about to say, yeah.
If Toronto, yeah, that accent,
No,
their
but I feel like
accent is foul.
he was never doing that before. Like, I don't know.
When he came to Wireless.
He was never doing
Yeah.
that before. I feel like he just put it on out
But
of nowhere.
See, I think
Because early Drake was never doing
See, but I think early Drake
was so
wasn't.
well spoken.
I think early Drake wasn't doing the Torontoism because he was in America and he was around the American dons. But then when, you know, he became Drake and the whole Toronto scene started popping, he's like, let me go back to my roots. It's like one of the people, I tried to fit
I personally don't think that he was one of them. Like that
Toronto.
Toronto accent is absolutely horrid.
It's disgusting.
Toronto, Wagwan, my family.
It's like
Them and Boston people, wow.
Boston accent is a horrible, but I love listening to it. Like, you know, there's accents that are bad, but it's just entertaining to listen to. I love a good like Southern Mississippi.
Oh, I love some
Confederate flag
especially
accent.
when I hear the white people sound like that, I was like,
yeah.
What?
you get down.
The
White
Southern
people, Southern white people.
Oh, Southern white people.
But I know you can throw down the kitchen.
I'm like, damn, you said that?
I love a good Southern accent, like a good
that's
Alabama, Mississippi.
Yeah.
You know.
Where's Lato from? Is that her name now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lotto. I think
I
she's.
really like that.
No, it's not Texas. I think she's from Atlanta.
Oh,
Is that South? Georgia?
Yeah, Georgia.
that's where Chloe and Halle are from as well.
Ah. But they don't have accents though. I think I
from
think
Clay-
that-
No, I think because they moved to like LA quite young. I think.
Oh, okay.
Where is she from? Columbus, Ohio. No, what?
It's not South.
That is not South.
Doesn't she have
Hold
a Southern accent?
She
She
sounds
does.
Like
She does.
She does.
Thick accent.
No, she was.
Beyonce, Megan, and Normani are all from Houston.
Yeah.
No, okay. She was born in Ohio, but I think she's therefore Southern, babe.
She definitely. She sounds Southern.
That's it. Yeah. Yep. She moved to Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah. She moved to Georgia.
Makes sense. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
Georgia.
Or Georgia, Atlanta.
Yeah, Georgia's a lot. Yeah. Them southern states be having, you know, decent.
Thick accents. But they all have good music though in the South.
They
I feel
do.
like there's certain places in America where the music's better than others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about Atlanta. All right.
R.I.P. Takeoff, man.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace, Takeoff.
A
That
chess game?
that sent me somewhere.
What is
I was
going on in this
so
world?
upset.
Like-
I was like, of all the people, Takeoff is the most probably unproblematic of all the rappers. Probably not
The
ever.
quietest.
He
They're
just
like-
doesn't say nothing. He
And
doesn't
did
say
you-
pim.
Did you read the alleged report? So okay, this is obviously alleged, because I don't want to be quoted, but the alleged report was this: obviously, Takeoff and Quavo were at a dice game. Quavo got into a heated like argument with one of the guys. Yeah, got into a heated argument with one of the guys there.
Dice.
And the shot was this is where there's contention. There was a shot fired. Some people are saying the shot was fired from Quavo's team to hit someone else, but it unintentionally ricocheted to Takeoff. But somebody said, you know, the shot was fired at Quavo. But either way, the shot was not intended for Takeoff. And apparently, Takeoff either stood up to see what the commotion was. As he stood up, he got caught in the crossfire.
Allegedly.
That's the alleged story. Obviously, I don't know the specifics. There might be more information that comes out later. But from all accounts, he was not in the intended target.
Well, what's wrong is that people are recording it and posting online.
See, that's the problem I've had with a lot of. I've had a lot of celebrity deaths. A lot of people are taking their phones out and posting their content on social media. There's like I don't feel like we.
That's disgusting.
I should never witness
That's nasty,
the last moments of anybody, especially somebody I don't know. That's an invasion.
That's why I couldn't watch that George Floyd video. I could not do it. There is no way I'm watching somebody's death live. There's
No, and I just feel like one, it's like I don't know, man. Like, what's the reason? Like, why you're posting this? I don't care if you're TMZ, Shade Bar. Like, why are you recording someone's death? Like, report. If you're gonna report the news, just report the news. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes like social media is here. Like, it's not fair that social media is hearing this news before sometimes even the actual family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're uploading this to Instagram, but it's like somebody's family member could be on Instagram and be like, "What? My cousin's dead." Like, what do you mean?
There was this thing, you guys probably heard it, like Nicki Minaj was talking about how she was suicidal and she needed help. Well, she thought there was a situation, I don't know if it's suicidal, but she thought she was going to die. But she would rather die than call 911 and have them record the 911 call. And I was like, that just says it all about how social media is. Like, it's just so sad.
When was this?
I don't know. It's just a video of her just talking, and she's just like, I literally would have preferred to die than survived, and then heard people listening to me in that moment. I'm like, that is so messed up. Honestly,
like for whatever reason, there's a multitude of reasons, but like I just find it sad that we are losing so many. It's more specifically rappers, but public figures like in just gruesome like ways like this. Like obviously you might not know, but Young Dolph died this year. There's a lot of people that have just passed over like the past couple of years, and it's just like a lot of.
What's his name? Leslie. The old man, the white old man.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh, Daddy, watch me twirl. Daddy, watch me twirl. Yeah, he passed.
Oh, I love him. Daddy twirl.
I just feel like, just more specifically that with just like rappers and public figures. I don't know if it's a security issue or just obviously like some of these people are impending.
It's them guns, man. I'm so sorry.
Are impending. Like,
it's them.
Yeah.
It's you. It's you America. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. It's you Americans thinking that guns will solve all of your problems. Thinking one little small dice and you're shooting up the place. Is it crack?
Is it crack? At this point, it's never gonna go away. But I just, at this point, it's just like I don't know, man.
You said that.
It must be crack because I'm so sorry for you to bring out a gun over a disagreement. It's just you're clearly hardwired to have these guns.
It's in this. Like I said, it's a part of the culture over there, and I don't want to like speak too tough on it, but like. It's just mad that it's happening, isn't it? Like,
because then they'll all be crying about it, but you will all still have your strap next to you. So it's just like, it's not making sense.
It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? Because if everyone else has it, then you kind of feel like
you need to.
But it's just mad. Obviously, like I just remember, even for example, that's when PNB Rock, Pop Smoke a few years ago, Nipsey, like, and these are all like
Tupac.
Yeah, that was years ago.
All the way
I
back
think
then.
he was playing deaths.
That was,
My bad.
I mean, that was, yeah. But, I just feel like, you know what, like, I don't know what it is. Maybe, you know, I don't like to project this narrative of, leave the hood, leave the ends, even because
it's not even leave the hood, because when they weren't in the hood, were they?
They were in Houston. And they were outside their own, I don't know. They were somewhere, though. They were playing a dice game, so they were somewhere. But I don't want to like do this anti-black narrative of like, leave black people. But like, I don't know, be safe, do something.
No,
that's the mentality.
That, like sometimes it's just you accidentally post your location and then all of
So Evil Eye is real, bro.
Because Pop Smoke was in a very like affluent area and he posted a location and he died as well.
But what I'm saying is that we see this constantly, rappers dying of gunshots and all this stuff, and people are feeling sorry for them and everything, and everybody's coming out their way saying, "Oh, rest in peace," blah blah blah, all this stuff. They can, but then the uproar for people defending Megan yesterday was disgusting because everybody was saying, "Oh, but she's been lying. This case has been going on for so long. Who cares? You just got shot. Why are you crying?" But it's like you still got shot by another rapper. Yeah. But if it was a male rapper that got shot by someone else, everybody would be like, "Bro, I hope he's okay." Blah blah blah. All of this, and that's where it goes back to: do these people actually care for black women?
It's misogynoir. They don't. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They don't. Because let's say if Drake, God forbid, if Drake was to get shot, fam, everybody, and he's still alive,
and he'd be crying about it till Kingdom Come. He would say it every 2 seconds. I got shot. These rappers do it all the time.
Yeah.
And even 50 Cent still says that he got shot 8 times till today.
One thing that's actually annoying is the fact that we've seen the video of Megan struggling to come out of that car with blood dripping from her feet.
Yeah, no, she was shot.
She was shot.
Did she grab the gun and shoot herself?
Yeah.
It's very unlikely that she shot her own foot.
Who would want to shoot themselves?
Yeah, like I just feel like, But even just like I said, violence towards women in the hip hop industry has been normal. Like, bro, like some of like our favorite producers beat up women.
Child, Dr. Dre,
Michelle,
a band he's doing up Super Bowl.
yeah,
Huh?
no, like
Right.
it's a documented case. Like he beat up Michelle, like
Yeah.
it was
Like she had
facts.
she had to get like no surgery and like change her face.
Of-
That's her.
That
Yeah,
it's
it's mad, and he's still regarded as one of the greatest. But hey ho.
yeah, I don't know. It's just like even we spoke about Chris Brown earlier, and it's like yeah, just violence against women. Unfortunately, in this industry, is just like
Against black
seen as
women.
yeah, it happens, innit? Like that's the way the industry treats. The industry treats it like, well, sorry, when's your next song coming out? That's the way they treat it towards women.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
But do you think we should? So naturally, as a black woman, I care because I just feel like, for example, Tory Lanez, I just couldn't listen to his music.
Yeah.
There was a situation with Octavian. His girl wasn't even black, but still.
yeah,
Just-
that
no,
one.
no, it's just not happening.
But do you feel like we should care? Like in terms of the music, do
separate.
we should-
Okay, this goes to
Like, are you gonna stop listening to Chris Brown, for example? Or even though he did do his time, but still.
The only reason why I think I didn't stop listening
No.
to Chris Brown is because when I found out that Rihanna forgave him, I'm not saying is that what he did was right, but at the same time, when I saw that he apologized and everything,
Yeah.
but I didn't know about his other stuff. I only found out recently about
What
But Karrueche-
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But when I found out about the Rihanna thing and how she's forgiving, I'm like, it's not my place to be holding grudges. So let me
Yeah.
carry on.
For
And also at the
somebody-
time,
Yeah.
at the time, we were young, so we weren't really thinking, oh, rah, he did that. Stop listening to his music. Like, but if it was now,
That's true,
yeah.
actually. I was still listening to Kiss Kiss when
we
that
were-
was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
secondary
100%.
school, primary school to secondary school when this happened. So like I understand that, but separating them now, I feel like when I saw that lyric that Drake did yesterday, I blocked him on Spotify because man, I've already had a agenda against Drake. I call him a white woman every day, but it's like
That's quite an
I
accurate
have to-
description.
he's
I
a-
can't
No, but the
even
thing is, he's
say
not
white
wrong.
woman.
But he's
Drake
a Karen,
Drake
yeah?
is one of the
Yeah,
girls.
like
He's a
white
Karen, yeah.
He is a Karen.
He's a
tries to ruin
Karen.
relationships, yeah. But yeah, I can separate the artists. No, I mean I'm not separating the artists. You do this, that's your own.
Do you know what it is? It's
Except if you are in a Grande or Beyonce.
do you know what it is? Like, I don't like. I'll be very transparent. I don't know. I don't have a clear answer because, like, obviously, like, there's it. For example, the obvious one, Robert Kelly, easy, done, dusted, throw him in the bin. It was easy for me to like, but also acknowledge it was easy for me to do it because like Robert Kelly made music since I was like an adult.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, cool. Like all of the stuff, because I grew up listening to him as a kid, but it's easy for me to like tuck that part in the past. But like someone like Chris Brown or, you know, others who are constantly making music that even if I block them on Spotify, when I go out, I'm gonna hear it in the club. I'm gonna I'm gonna be surrounded by it. It's kind of hard to mentally check out. But I feel like everyone has their line, and I feel like everyone has their own like understanding, okay, what they're willing not to tolerate, but what they're willing to put up with and what they're not willing to put up with. And I feel like it's I don't want to say it's it's down to each individual because that kind
No,
of
because no thing is locally it is because as I said before, all of our not all, but 90% of our faves are problematic. So it's like, how do you tell someone? Obviously, I might look at you sideways, looking like you still listen to Tory Lanez, but if you do, that's your business. Who can I say? I still do listen to Chris Brown. I do. So I can't really say too tough. How dare you? Blah blah blah. Because I still do listen to Chris Brown. I still listen to.
And we
know what I
have
mean?
and then also different crimes. Or we have rappers that are literal murderers.
Murderers.
Yeah,
That are
100%.
literally
About their murders. And
they're
we listen to it.
literal
And we're listening
murderers.
to it,
Like,
yeah.
do you
So
know what I'm saying? Like,
it's tough.
I shot this nigga on the throat
That's the
avenue. Like,
problem with black people, y'all be listening.
This
No,
guy.
because why
You're a white woman, you know.
No,
He is.
because
Actually,
He is. Jason is a white woman.
About what do you call it? You listening to murderers? I ain't listening to no murderer. I don't listen when I hear these hood music come on the radio. I'm like, no, let's switch it off. I have that on my playlist.
Listen.
I think I don't have any of them gunshots on my playlist or them.
You know
stuff.
what?
I
There
listen to
was-
just good music.
There was just one song that got me. It's like a Thousand Miles.
who I
remix.
smoke?
Yeah.
Oh
why is
my.
It so, let me guess. Why is it so good though? That's what I don't.
No,
understand.
it's an entertaining song, yeah. But do you know the backstory of that song?
I think it's a diss track.
It's a
To who?
Young and Ace, I can't remember. Young and Ace, Spinner Benz, I can't remember the other guys' names. But basically, they're from Jacksonville. They're from Jacksonville, Florida, the same place where Cole.
It was such a weird place.
Yeah, they're from the same
That's
place
just
as
Florida
Cole.
in general,
They're from the
to be
same
quite
place
honest
as
with you.
Kodak Black and all
Oh,
of them.
that's
lot.
why the hair.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Basically, They're on an ongoing gang beef. I'm not gonna get into specifics right now because it's long, but they're in an ongoing beef. And obviously they've been releasing, diss tracks back and forth. Fine. Who I Smoke, right? The reason why that diss track is bad. Obviously they rapped over 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton. Cool.
She approved that.
Did she?
That's the
She's
wow.
an
When you hear it,
She approved it, which is bad
If you hear the song-
because she's a clown, but she wanted money, so it is what it is.
I said she's a clown.
She's a clown. And the song, so the lyrics of the song are Who I Smoke, and then BB, and then
How did I not notice
so
that?
when they say the names BB, Tiki, they're all people that are dead. They're all people that they've killed.
Lord.
So Who I Smoke is
Who you shot?
who I shot, and I'm smoking them and I'm putting them in whatever, and I'm desecrating the name of my ops. So everybody they've named in the song, they've shot and killed.
Please, families, forgive me. I know I really like the song. I'm so sorry.
No, here's the thing. I was with you when I initially heard the song. I was like, what? I knew there was a level of disrespect to it. I just thought, okay. You're my enemy. I'm calling you out. Not that these bad them have died. And I was like, but then there was a response track to where one of the other guys, Fulio, did the same thing with When I See You by Fantasia. When I See You, yeah. So
No music is safe anymore.
no
They
music
should
is
give one
safe.
Dora the Explorer's backpack, and it's I can't. I'm actually
Yeah, backpack. Yeah, that's how it is.
No,
Nothing is safe.
no
Do you know
one
what it
is
is? Yeah. Do you know what it is?
No
Yeah.
one is saying.
Do you know what? Do you know why there's like obviously no? I want to make it morally. I object. I disagree. But the
However-
creativity
However-
is insane.
It's clever.
It's insane. It's like but yeah, I don't.
This is why I stick to R&B. Okay.
I don't
It's just love
condone.
over here.
But then even R&B man, they want to now start moving man to do sneak disses in songs. I remember when Eric Bellinger and Tory Lanez. That's what years ago though.
I don't know about it.
Eric Bellinger was like, I'll say the verse. It wasn't nothing
What
mad.
about real R&B artists like Lucky Day?
Eric Bellinger's probably written some of your favorite artists'
Eric
favorite
Bellinger is
songs.
one of the greatest.
Eric Bellinger's amazing.
He's-
So I got a
he-
problem with you. How many times are you gonna say my favorite artist?
No, he is. He's writing for everybody. He's writing for all the faves. I'm telling you. No, he is. Not for Beyonce, but he's writing for everybody.
Eric Bellinger writes for a lot of
for
people.
The Grande.
He might have.
Might
He
have.
actually might
He
have.
might
I'm
have.
telling you, Eric Bellinger writes for everyone. All of your faves, Eric Bellinger has a song, and same with Victoria Monet. She has a song with everyone.
Yeah. But basically the beef with
Everyone.
Tory Lanez was Eric Bellinger said Tory Lanez stole a lot of his songs.
All of his songs.
A lot of his songs.
I'm not going to be surprised if that's true.
But since Eric Bellinger writes for a lot of these man, it's not surprising.
It's not surprising.
It's not surprising. But yeah, man. I don't know. Back to the whole separating artists conversation. It's hard. It's hard to grasp at it. I just feel like whatever you stand morally, or act accordingly for yourself. But then I won't. But then
I just feel like you do you, but you just
it's hard
can't
to
judge anybody else.
the reason why I say it's hard to say you do you is because I feel like it gives some people the license to take the piss.
No, of course,
way?
people are
Like the artists?
people are
Yeah.
absolutely going to take the piss. Like people are still listening to R. Kelly, but and I will
I
speak
still
sideways and I will. Shake
I
you.
still hear "Step in the Name of Love" on TikTok.
Yeah, or the
That
song.
name
Oh,
is
what's the
just
song?
so-
That I didn't even know it was R. Kelly until the other day. There was one song on TikTok where everyone doing a thing to it. I don't know what song it was, but
For example, like
R. Kelly, and I was
even
like, wait, what?
people have even said I can't listen to Aaliyah's first album, Age and Not About Number, because obviously.
Oh, do you know what
by
it is?
R.
It's the one
Kelly.
where it's like, I'ma buy me a gun and I'ma sit this motherfucker
Fuck off.
That's R. Kelly.
Yeah.
I'm just
Bitch,
like-
I wish you were burn my motherfucking clothes. Like, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of trapped in the closet stuff on
Oh,
TikTok.
I
Yeah,
can't-
there
Trap-
has.
but you see, okay, I don't like R. Kelly, but Trapped to the Chorus is actually hilarious.
It's
It
so
is.
funny.
It's
It
I remember
is
I watched it- I remember when I
hilarious.
watched it, obviously before everything came out, that obviously I was still young. Like, when I watched it for the first time, I was just like, this nigga is, what is happening here?
Is he in the
What is
closet?
happening here?
I open the closet. The man
He's
is in
narrating
the
the whole
closet.
situation. There's like 17 parts.
There's seven, and it's so random. Like,
It's so random. The quality is so bad. It's like he's got like a glued on moustache.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't understand.
then it go to like part 20. Then his grandparents introduced like it's Trapped. It's ridiculous.
Too much.
Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like even like with art, it's like okay, once we've like okay, I know that they're problematic and we've like, you know, removed them. Do we remove everything or do certain pieces of work still stay? Like,
I feel like it's obviously, especially with R. Kelly, I feel like it's very hard to, because there's a lot of songs like Michael Jackson songs or a lot of songs back in the day.
I
where
Believe I Can Fly.
R. Kelly was writing, not even just that, but just
Okay.
he was writing songs for so many people. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna have to go and research every single song that he wrote, and it's like, it's just, I can't have the time to do that.
Are we really gonna say I can't listen to World's Greatest?
Well, I haven't listened to an R. Kelly song in I don't know how long, so I can't even. I know, and that song is so great.
Yeah.
No, it's true, because I'm telling you, there's some R. Kelly songs where I'm just like, ugh, why are you such an... ugh.
Your song here pissed me off, yeah. I used to love as a kid, yeah. And this was like early R. Kelly. But then there's one lyric in particular. Obviously, the song title as well. She's got that vibe, yeah. I used to love that song. I used to love that song as a kid. There's one lyric here. When I listen, I can't. Little cute Aaliyah's got it. I said, you know what?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I can't. But that song is my
That was my
childhood.
jam. That used to be my jam.
It's so
That
sad,
and Happy
like,
People, girl.
Even
if that song
age-
came on,
even that Aaliyah age ain't nothing but a number.
Yeah, I can't listen to that.
I can't listen to that song because one, R. Kelly's in the
In the
music video.
background.
He's
Wait,
the cover.
I just realized something. You guys can sing it. Look at covers.
That's not the same.
We should sing it ourselves.
What? I should go
I
and
am a people.
What?
I should go and sing the song.
So when Aaliyah singing age ain't nothing but a number,
Yes.
throw it down ain't nothing but. So Robert was really writing that and he meant it.
Yeah, of course he meant it.
Going down.
He married her. He meant it.
Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. The love I have for you,
Like that,
it will never change.
Yes. Talking about his paedophilia, live home.
No, this is a lot. Like,
No.
because some of these songs, they make me feel something. And then when
Yeah.
you think of all this stuff, it's
And this
just
is
a lot.
like,
It's
God, that's what I'm
outrageous.
saying. I physically just can't do it.
Yeah.
The song will
Yeah.
come on and I'll feel sick and I'm
Anyway,
like, no.
thank God that
we can't
my
do that.
favorite R&B artist is Usher.
Well,
All he
Yeah.
did is have herpes, but bless him.
And she,
I said all he did was have her.
hey man, big up Usher, but that's my goal.
The goat, period.
Just be safe and be married and don't disappoint me. Thank you very much. But
No, that's why Usher hasn't aged, because he generally just minds his business. And
Is he
doesn't-
married?
yeah,
Is he?
Is he married?
Is he?
When?
Oh,
Oh, I love that for him.
I
Is
don't
she
know if he was
back?
married.
No.
No,
Yeah,
she's not.
Then that's why I didn't.
Beyonce
No.
and Usher need to get back together.
They were together?
They were never together,
Work-
but they were
No.
work husband and work
No,
wife.
they were definitely giving work husband and
Yeah,
work
that was
wife.
work wife.
That was
Yeah.
back in the
Yeah,
Yeah.
That bad girl performance is
Get at me,
unmatched.
bad girl.
That performance is unmatched when she came on the stage.
That's
Oh my gosh,
when I was young. I used to have an agenda
do
against Jay-Z when I was young, you
The
know.
room was steamy and hot.
Steamy and hot.
Sun was
Child.
going up in there.
Yes, it was.
Nah, when I was young, I used to really. I was a hater of
I
Jay
thought they
Z.
were dated.
I was a hater of Jay Z.
Yeah,
Because
because they were
I-
such a
Beyonce.
cute.
Yeah, I hated him. I was like, why are you marrying Beyonce
Everybody
for?
wanted Beyonce.
She has a type, though. She likes guys that look like Jay-Z. Like, she liked...
She likes. I feel like she
58.
likes ugly men.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Reggie. I'm sorry. I want to work... No,
No,
sorry.
Reggie is cute though.
Reggie's
But I feel
cute,
like her.
Reggie's-
But I feel like her real type is ugly men, 100%.
Yeah.
But Jay-Z wasn't ugly back in the day.
When was Jay-Z ever...
Okay.
not-
I mean, all God's children are cute.
That's true.
So let's just leave it there.
Hove,
Are
the
you guys
Rock,
Good.
the Rock.
But you know what it is? I feel like he's not facially great looking, but I feel like he probably has a presence and an aura. Because there's some people where it's like they're not facially that amazing, but their presence
That
and their
must be a
aura,
big aura.
is very attractive. It probably is.
Wow.
You know,
No, but I've heard certain people say like when they've met Jay-Z, they're like, okay, I get it now.
I feel like Jay-Z's got a mystique
Because I feel
about.
like he's got an aura
Yeah.
about him where it's like
Yeah.
he probably gives off that
Good for him.
big dick energy. It's probably the big dick energy. It probably is.
It
Remember
probably
Beyonce
is
was
a
saying
big
that.
aura.
Remember what Beyonce was saying on that song, "Riding Yourself."
Yeah. You seen Ego?
He
He can back it up.
Ego.
He can back it up. He got a big ego. So it's probably giving big dick energy, which I totally understand.
Hey man,
Do you, babes?
it happens, innit, man?
That's why Beyonce's songs are always about. Have you deeped it? A lot of her songs are always.
Because she's probably getting some. Let me just-
I mean,
Probably the studio right there.
I mean, she got a lot of kids, so boy.
Actually, do you know what I mean?
I mean, don't she have twins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has twins.
She has twins. So here we
Can't
go.
celebrities like choose to have twins?
Can they?
Yeah, like designer babies. Or is
think
that not
that-
real?
I feel like they might be able to, you know.
I think they can.
I wouldn't be surprised if she did.
Apparently, you can and choose the gender as well.
Damn, that's.
Yeah.
Do you have to pay for that?
I mean,
Yeah,
if you
really
if you freeze your eggs and or like you like make embryos and that, you can choose
I think
which
that's-
one you have.
I can't believe Beyonce almost died when she had her pregnancy. That's scary.
Yeah, mad.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case for a majority of women, you know.
Well,
I was thinking that when you said, I feel like a lot of women have never.
I feel like that.
I
Yeah.
pray for you, women, because when you talk about you have to have a baby,
yeah, no, I'm not ready for that.
I don't want to think about that.
go here, 12 kids. That cheaper by the dozen.
Who?
I'm gonna have 12 kids.
Oh, you? Okay, cool. I thought you were speaking over me. I was like,
He
don't-
was. He just
Don't
had to
speak that over my life. It's two and that's it.
9.
God forbid. I'm having 2.
No,
and
before we
that's
wrap
it.
up,
You're gonna
bro,
have 2 football teams.
before we wrap up, I remember I was watching something on TLC, and then there was a woman like she kept giving birth to like multiple children. So she had her first pregnancy was triplets, second pregnancy was twins, then she had 4 on her next one.
But, sorry, after the twins, why don't you just tie your shit up? Tie it
Yeah.
up. Like after 5 kids,
he wanted to do
in
all
2
that to her.
pregnancies. What are you?
Genetic or something.
Why don't you just like tie it up?
Have lots.
Yeah, so she basically, I think she has in total about 12 kids.
That's just too.
12 kids.
And they're all, I think her last child was like the only like single birth she
one.
had.
That's too much. She must love pregnancy or something, because there's no way after 5 kids in 2 pregnancies you're gonna be like, yeah, let's go again. yeah. Let's try again.
Yeah.
Look, 6 more kids. Like, girl.
I'd give up. I'd actually.
10.
Listen, you settled on 10, yeah?
She had 10 kids.
Who?
Oh, no, I was counting how many babies she had.
Yeah.
I might have a football team.
Good for you.
Good
I'm
for
joking. I'm only going 3. I can't.
Good
They know we got time for these
Do you
children.
know what I'm saying?
Gotta be
And I ain't trying to drive no truck.
As in them ugly bangers.
Trust
fam.
me.
They
No,
better
thank
sit in
you.
my
No, a
sports
7-seater. God forbid.
car. We got 2
I'm not
seaters.
speaking it over my life.
They gonna fit. Somebody
2
has set
kids.
the steering wheel or something.
That's
They
it.
gonna fit. Well, there's always a boot.
God forbid.
Before
No, you
child.
can actually make the boot comfy for a child.
God, anyway.
Like, have a little mini chair.
You see when the police catch you and they
Do you know what I mean? And they show you this tape.
and they take away that
And they show you this tape in the courtroom
I'm driving.
for
damn.
child endangerment.
Yeah. But yeah, man, this has been a dope episode of the Rare Podcast. Mr. DOPE. Miss Daniella.
What? Okay, yeah.
You said small dog, I said DOPE.
LOL.
DOP.
DOPE. English. Dope. That's what it wrong. Am I bugging?
No, you didn't.
Oh.
No, we good.
Okay. But yeah, Miss Daniella, tell people where they can find you at.
You can find me on Instagram, akua.daniella, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Town of Tawia. And yeah, hopefully will it be written? Or yeah.
Yeah, we'll slide it across.
Yeah, it'll be there.
It'll be there. Madam Ashley, tell the people what you got going on.
Nothing at all. Just follow me on Instagram. Ashley.Renee.
Mr. J. Kwan.
Hey, follow me on http.jixon on Instagram and on TikTok.
And you can follow me on Instagram at nkgrams. You can follow me on... Follow us on TikTok at Rare Podcast TikTok, and shameless plug, wrestlings. We have got a wrestling event coming up. Actual wrestling in the ring, Hustle on November 23rd. If you want to come down and watch some people wrestle, you know, Kurt Angle, like Undertaker, like your favorites from
Undertaker?
childhood. No, I said like, not they're not coming. No.
The British people.
Yeah. No, but there's a lot. You know, there's a lot of representation, melanin there. You know what I'm saying?
Black people.
Black wrestlers, black women wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? Black male wrestlers. You know, come down to the studio. You know, come down to Hustle. The details will be somewhere here. But yeah, man, it's been a dope episode of the Rare Podcast. We are signing out. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.
Y'all niggas got me hot.